Hey, what's up guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. On this video, we're gonna talk about the top red flags that y'all need to watch out for in women. And why is this the case? Because, guys, gentlemen, the woman that you pick as your life partner is gonna ultimately determine your life. It is the most important life decision ever. Because A, it can turn out to be your best investment, it can become your biggest asset, and your best life companion. You know, she's gonna make your life a dream. Or B, she's gonna turn your life into a nightmare. She's gonna ruin your life and destroy your reputation. I mean, this is so evident in society today with Tom Brady, Will Smith. Oh my God, Will Smith is a big one. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Johnny Depp, another famous example. Guys, I could go on and on and on. You know, with all these rich guys that are going through all these court cases, you have to pay all this crazy amount of child support. All these alimonies, right? It is nuts. So, you don't want it to happen, bro. I'm gonna give you guys 7 signs that will hopefully help you guys out. Okay, I'm not saying you can't date these women, that you can't have any fun with them. No, but just don't take them seriously. Because I've been around the block, I know what I'm talking about. So, sign number 1. The first red flag. If a girl has daddy issues. Now, why is this such a problem? Because for any girl to have any kind of resentment or disdain towards her parents, she needs to have some kind of bad past in order for it to happen. Especially if the dad was absent in her life, or if he was being a jerk, he was being really, mean and aggressive towards her. He might have destroyed her, childhood. It is absolutely possible. But at the same time, if she has a bad history of having a bad past with her dad, this is not something that you want to get into. Because most likely, this kind of woman is going to grow up, or this girl is going to grow up, and she's going to become a feminist, she's going to be a man-hater, she's going to always put guys down, because they remind her of her dad. And you never want to be in that position. Most girls, they're not going to be fixed. You're not going to be her male therapist. If she has daddy issues, you should not be fixing her. That is not your job. Never try to or never attempt to fix her, because it's not going to work out for you. You'll be so much better off if you can find a good, loyal, and feminine woman out there instead of spending all your time with her, with this bimbo that has daddy issues from the past. You don't want it, bro. Believe me. Okay, the second red flag. It's going to be if she's a party girl. All girls that are party girls, they're not worth the effort. Girls that have a lot of, addictions, like with alcohol, drugs, they're partying nonstop every single week. That's a sign of a low-quality woman. Because eventually what happens is the inevitable is going to happen at some point, She's going to be at the right place at the right time, and some guy is going to snatch her. I know it, man. I've seen it so many times, women who are in these amazing relationships on Instagram or Facebook, and then, she goes out one time to Ibiza, she has some fun with her guy friends, and you know what happens? She gets pregnant with some other guy. I know it. This happens all the time because she's asking for it. Why the fuck would you go out and party all the time if you're with your man? Your guy's out there, he's traveling, he's working his ass off to provide for you. And you're slaying around, you're being this party girl, you're being yanked around, you're being jacked around by all these guys. Like, what the fuck? So guys, never deal with these kind of women. A party girl, bro, there's nothing wrong if she's occasionally want to go out with her girls. Okay, it might be fine. But if she's constantly doing it, and then she's shaming you for it, if you point it out to her, hey baby, why are you doing this? You shouldn't go out. But she's like, what the fuck? What are you telling me? I can do whatever I want. Let her be. I'll let her go. She's a low quality woman. Okay. The third red flag, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I have to say it. a woman that doesn't take care of her appearance. Okay, any kind of girl that doesn't wear makeup, she's not taking care of her appearance, her body, her outfit and her style, she's a low quality woman, period. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's just like for guys. I'm going to say the same thing. Any kind of man that's out there, especially if you're a young guy who's watching this and you're not taking care of your appearance, you're a low value man. You know, fitness should be your baseline. Working out, looking good, you know, having good hygiene, having a good smell, having a good haircut if you have hair, you know, taking care of your body, your style, your skin. I have horrible skin though. You know, this is so important. This is basic. And if this chick that you're dating is one of these, you know, entitled BBL kind of girls, bro, it's a massive red flag. Because a lot of the times, these women who are fat and obese, they're usually going to be very entitled. They're going to think that they deserve all these kind of men, that they should have a high quality man without putting in any work up front. Bro, you don't want to deal with this BS. It's such a hassle. It's such a pain in the ass. Now, if she has some kind of disease or if she has like some sickness, okay, you can justify it that way. Or if she's, let's just say she's like this Latina girl. She's curvy. But this is very different. I'm talking about women who are like fat. They're obese. That's a sign of a low quality woman. Or maybe if she's taking care of her appearance, let's say she's fat but she's really putting in work. She wants to lean down and be slim. Excellent. You know, kudos to her. That's different though. I'm talking about these women who don't even take one bit of care into their appearance. You know, they don't want to go out, they don't want to work out, they don't want to go for a walk. They're not out in nature. They're not, you know, taking care of their nails, their hair, you know, their skin, their bodies. Bro, that's a sign of a low quality woman. Believe me. So, you know, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but either way, sign number 4. A girl that has a lot of guy friends. Guys, again, let's just imagine you're in a relationship with this girl, and she has all these guy friends that she's stringing around, you know, and you point out to her, you know, you ask her about it. Hey, babe, why do you need all these guys around you all the time? Because they're my friends, you know. I know them since high school. Bro, she's doing it for attention. And why is this such a red flag? This is arguably one of the biggest red flags y'all need to watch out for. Because any girl, especially if she's in a committed relationship with you, if she's serious, and she's still being around other men, bro, you know, the inevitable is going to happen. It's just like going back to that party example. You know, if she's being around other dudes, you know, even if they're being platonic, quote unquote, it might happen at some point, you know, especially when alcohol is involved. They're being a little bit, you know, weird and they're having a lot of fun. They're smiling, you know, they're laughing all the time, you know, on a random, you know, Saturday evening. You know, he starts touching her or she starts being a little bit flirty with her friend. Yeah, I know what's going to happen. I've seen it all the time. And I had friends who were, quote unquote, friends with, you know, these ladies who were just platonic friends with them. And then, you know, as soon as I came around, they started being really touchy with me. They started sitting around me, you know, leaning into me and all these kind of things. I knew what was going on, but I didn't mention it to the guy friends because they were also my friends. But it will happen. I know it because female nature starts taking over her brain, especially if she's attracted to her guy friend. So, never believe it. It's a big, big fucking lie. You know, I can't stand that. It is one of the worst red flags you can ever have in a woman. You know, you just can't fix it. You can't. Okay, red flag number 5. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. But dating single moms. If she's a single mom, drop her. Especially if you're a young guy, if you're a guy in your 20s or 30s, and you never had a kid. Bro, you don't need it. It's unnecessary stress, baggage, and time and effort that you're going to invest that you don't want it, you know. It's just a pain in the ass, because now at this point, instead of just caring about the girl and focusing on cultivating and building that relationship with the woman, you also have to take into consideration her kid, her daughter, her son, whatever. Or if she has multiple kids from multiple dads, oh my God, bro, run for your life. The only exception where I think you can justify it is if you're a single dad yourself. If you have a kid and she has a kid, she's divorced, or if she's widowed, another example, you know, where it can be justified. And okay, if her man got killed somewhere, you know, maybe he got a serious disease and, you know, he died, okay, perfectly fine. But if she has kids from multiple dads and she's a single mom, bro, don't waste any second on her. Unless you want to smash and have some fun with her, yeah, it might be okay. But don't take the kind of girl seriously, you know. It's just not worth the effort. Because even if you do build that relationship with her, and one day things go a little bit south, you go through some kind of, you know, struggle or beef, and then she's like, you know, I don't want to be with you anymore. You know, she takes her kid, and you have no parental right to that kid, because you're not his or her biological father. So it's just not worth the risk, man. Don't do it. There's so many beautiful, single, feminine women out there. Bro, don't do it, really. It is her job to keep that guy around, her ex, or her man, that if she ever gets the chance to be with them. So no, don't waste your time on that. Unless she lost her man, you know, maybe he was a soldier, or he died of cancer, okay. It might be okay. Or if you're a single dad yourself, but otherwise, don't do it. So you're going to waste so much time, money, and effort. Bro, it's just not worth the risk. Okay, the 6th red flag on this list is going to be if she has a bad past. If she was really promiscuous in her past. I know this is a pretty big deal to a lot of women, because they're like, oh, you know, what the fuck should you care about a woman's past? Bro, it is a real thing. Because her past is going to tell you everything that you need to know about her. You know, especially if she was, you know, a stripper, or she was working in the corn industry, she was a prostitute or anything like that, red flag. Or if she has a long history of being with a lot of guys, don't deal with these kind of women. I mean, there's a saying out there. It is a little bit cliche and a little bit brutal, but it's true. You can never turn a 304 into a housewife. Never. It will never happen, bro. So, you know, because a lot of the times women, especially when they get older, into their 30s or 40s, they usually convert into being a religious girl, you know. They convert into Christianity. And they think that just by being a Christian or religious, that God is just going to repel all their sins, you know. She's going to rejuvenate herself, including her little V-spot. Bro, it never works, you know. And I see so many guys out there who are so oblivious to this. They're blind, man. They think they can, like, turn that kind of girl with such a past into a housewife. And then later on, you know what's going to happen? Because she's done with, you know, chasing the Chads and Tyrones, she's going to settle down with some average Joe, and then she's going to get bored of him, and she's going to divorce him, you know. It happens all the time, bro, especially in America, Canada, and all these countries. So, no, don't waste your time on it. And this is going to be a bonus one, by the way. This is going to be the 7th red flag. And this one is arguable. Like, this, you can debate this one. But to me, this is a red flag. If she's traveling a lot, if she has a lot of travel pics on her Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. The reason why this is a red flag is because she's basically advertising herself to the world. That she's been to this place, that place. She's been there, this and that. You know, she's been here and there. And a lot of the times, these women, they have a lot of sexy photos. They're showing off their bodies. And there's no guy in the pictures. But 99% of the time, when you see a girl that has a lot of travel pictures, you can just assume that she has a guy. I know it, man. You know, I was talking to this one chick, you know, not too long ago. And then, you know, one week she was in Zurich. The next week she was going to travel to LA. And the week before that, before I was talking to her, she was in San Francisco and she was living in Poland. I was like, yeah, okay. And she was telling me that she was single and all that, you know. She was lying to me, you know. Sure, I mean, there's some exceptions to this. Like, I know this one girl, I was talking to her on Instagram as well. She was from the Czech Republic, but she had her own money. She was making a lot of money, and she could afford all these, you know, expensive travels. But this is very different. I know what it's like, bro. You know, especially if you go to like a exclusive resort or like a 5-star hotel. You can see this all the time. You know, women will be sitting there with their man, or even with, okay, if they're sitting with their girlfriends, it's okay. Or if they're, you know, posing and then, you know, publishing on Instagram, they're showing all this group, yeah, it's okay. But a lot of the times, you can see this, you can spot this at restaurants. You know, she's kind of sitting there, you know, at the table with her man, and she's angling and, you know, facing her phone the right way. So it's only going to show the meal and that little thing that she's eating. So no, I know what they're doing. They want to look single on Instagram, but they have a guy. So that's it, guys. Anyway, do you guys agree with this list? Well, let me know down in the comments below. And by the way, we also have a free group that you can join down below. We have a Discord group. We have around 100 members now, and it's prospering for sure. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, never ever take these girls seriously. Never take them seriously. You can have some fun. You can spin them around, and have your little, you know, bum with them occasionally, but don't take them seriously. You know, don't do it. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.